Hey there, great people. What's going on? Good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. By the time I'll upload this, it will be morning. So I'm wishing you good morning. It's almost reaching towards midnight. And I have done already a couple of episodes on two fragrances individually. And I am up for another list today. There are about 12 fragrances. I will go through them very quickly. I promised you after I did that top 10 or top 20 designer fragrance list, rather, I said I'm going to come up with a Middle Eastern, but today is not the overall. Today is going to be something like winter suggestion from Middle Eastern houses. So if you do enjoy brands like Lattafa, Ahmed Al Maghribi, many houses, Armaf, Afnan, Fragrance World, Paris Corner. So there's going to be a nice mix of all those. But some of the fragrance houses may be having few more fragrance than the other, right? So I picked them up randomly, and I thought they would be really nice smelling and nice performing fragrances for winter. So watch out and try them. Check out my full individual review on each. So I'll start with this one. This is a very beast mode fragrance. It doesn't work for me on summer. It's too spicy, and it's very, very spicy. Take on Red Tobacco by Mansera, but this is called Tobacco Rush by Afnan. Americans, they call it Afnan. Okay, so and they also have Patchouli Rush, I think, or Patchouli on Fire, either one. And that one is in a similar looking bottle but blue. That one is Nikolai Patchouli Intense dupe, and these things do give nice presentation. They are a bit more expensive, okay, than your other Middle Eastern perfumes, but you get quality packaging, magnetic cap, and extraordinary longevity. Okay, so as I was saying, the name itself says Tobacco Rush. At times I thought of letting it go, like I man, this is like what happens when you mix Gucci Guilty Absolute and then you take Red Tobacco Intense, perhaps. So smokiness and the pepper, and then like a little bit of a vetiver at the base, with that leather and tobacco. Man, this is a very daring fragrance. Okay, and it's not for everybody. This is not everybody's cup of tea. But when you're looking for a performer in winter, like when it's cold breeze and you want things to hold on to you like concrete, this is one of the fragrances I could think of. Tobacco Rush, okay, by Afnan. So that's like number 12. Number 11 is a very beautiful fragrance. This one is cloning a designer fragrance, which is a limited edition by Dolce & Gabbana, which is called the One Luminous Night. And I had that fragrance. I sold it off because I have this. Okay, this is from Fragrance World. I think it's called Moonlit Night, the one and only. And these names can be really awful. Hold on. Sorry, I the voice is really disturbing, and every now and then I feel like a little bit itchiness because of the flu. So yeah, apart from the name, the bottle looks just like a spot on. Like you can see, it's like a dead ringer of the in the original, which is some people do mind, but I think it looks nice. From far, you cannot tell what I'm holding, right? But the smell and the performance, unbelievable. This thing smells a lot like the date note, in Luminous Night. Luminous Night is very beautiful, but lasts almost double the time of this, but this also lasts a long time, okay? So for a dupe, this can be worn in winter, and you might get compliments because this has sweetness, a little bit of Middle Eastern vibe, a little bit of a oud, I'm not sure, but it has the date note, right? So it gives that almost like Arabian fragrance feel. And I think this one is a very good perfume. I am looking forward to wear this in winter. Moonlit Night, the one and only by Fragrance World. Sometimes I forget the house names, Number 10, we're going to go with a fragrance which is a flop. And it makes me sad because, sorry, let me have some tea. The honey lemon tea really helps sometimes with the voice. Okay, so coming back to this. This is a flanker to a very popular fragrance, okay, which is called Lattafa Asad. Lattafa Asad, seen some female ones, they do have some similar looking bottle, but this is the second one for men, which is called Lattafa Asad Zanzibar. I have seen many reviews. Many reviewers did not like it. Many places people said this one sucks, doesn't smell like a good flanker to original Asad, which was a take on Sauvage Elixir. Personally, I think this smells way better than original Asad because I'm not very big fan of Sauvage Elixir DNA. I mean, it's nice. It is like fragrances I already own, Bout de Jour, or maybe you can say, what's the other one? Pen Elegance, Sartorial. If you know those, you don't need Elixir Sauvage. But this thing, it's sweet. It's almost caramel-like. It's sweet. It's gourmand. It's very nice, rich smelling. It smells like an upper-class designer fragrance. And I think this would be perfect if you like fragrances like Khamra, which I'm not showing. Khamra Kawa, great fragrances though. This thing, if you like Stronger With You, absolutely, those DNAs, this is that DNA. It's a sweet caramel, like a perfect pastry or bakery smell as well in the cold weather. If you are up for that, give it a try. This is also not very expensive. Lattafa Asad Zanzibar. Really like this fragrance. Okay. Next one, number 9, is a classic. Most of these are new here, but I put some older ones as well just to make it a balance. Next one is going to be Armaf. It's Armaf Niche Oud. One of my pride. Okay. Why is it one of my pride? Because it's like a proud moment for me, because there are few fragrances in fragrance community. I was the very first one to cover these fragrances, even though the quality was not good. But I picked these fragrances on my own interest, and I thought this would make good content, like Jacques Bogart, Oud Edition, this one, few of the other ones. I think I did Armaf Arban, Armaf Club de Nuit Arban Man. That one was my first take as well. But this one, I made a huge, I took a huge risk to buy this. Let me tell you a little bit of a story. This is one of the finest fragrances of all time from Armaf, and you think you should definitely get it. High quality, got some nice ambery, sweet date, Middle Eastern vibe. I compared this once with amber, what is it called, Tom Ford Amber Absolute, right? Yeah, I get that vibe, but it also is like Ambre Sultan by what's that house, the same house that makes Gingembre 5 o'clock. Man, what's the fragrance that also I do have the tobacco one as well. Anyway, so it's the story behind this was in 2016 or 17. There was Eid time. There was a month of Ramadan. I was fasting the whole day. And what happens is, end of the day, when you break your fast, like whole city becomes empty because people go back to the house. The city is empty. Roads are totally empty. And one of these guys were selling these fragrances. Okay, this fragrance and few more. And right after I had my breakfast or dinner, whatever, I took trishaw and rickshaw sort of to travel more than 2.5 hours in a very secluded area through the roads, very risky. I could get mobbed, or I could get robbed, not mobbed, robbed. I took that risk. I took the money, and I went. That time I was not even having enough cash on me. Like, I was just so blind for fragrance. I would go anywhere for a sample or so. After 2.5 hours, I reached very tired, and I got this fragrance. I came back, and that's the story behind this. Very close to me. I always want to have this. Armaf Niche Oud, I think, would be fantastic fragrance if you're wearing with a brown leather jacket in winter. Very long-lasting, sweet, and wearable. Next one, let me show you another fragrance, which is not exclusive. I have done this after a few OGs, but this people know me by this fragrance. I call this the devil's juice. This is called Shuhrah by Rasasi. So, the brother. Sometimes I Flexio Face Chase. I think that is his channel, the big beard. Sometimes I forget his name because we don't talk so much, but he knocked me once, and he says he watches my reviews. The guy in the BMW, showroom where he sits in the work. I think he takes break and then makes videos. Used to make anyway. One of my favorite reviewers. He reviewed this and he described this like, I wanted this so bad. And when I got this, when I smelled it, I never smelled anything like this in my life. Okay, filthy, dirty, sweet, ash, tobacco, leather, oud, all is in there. Okay, there's so many reviews on this now, and the new batches, some people say do not last enough. How many more hours do you want out of this? Seriously. But Rasasi Shuhrah in winter smells great. Okay, just keep it there. All right. So the next one, Al Haramain fragrance, is a little bit more pricey. That's why it's not making top list, but one of my favorite fragrances all year round. Only thing I'll tell you, do not put this on your skin, on the neck especially. It gives a burning sensation. So I'm guessing this DNA itself has something in it which is causing a little bit, disturbance on the skin, or not rash, but you feel disturbed, which is called Al Haramain Amber Oud Ruby Edition. So there's another Rouge Edition and there's Ruby Edition. I have a massive 200 ml bottle. These are expensive. Okay, these are over $100. But if you get 75 ml small bottle, that will cost you 65, which makes like 120 plus, like almost $120 per 100 ml. So I guess big bottle makes a good sense. This is one of the best Baccarat Rouge dupes. Very good longevity, and you cannot distinguish between this and Baccarat Rouge in air. I was going to pick up Armaf Club de Nuit Untold, but I thought like, yeah, I always put it in every list. Let's just give this one a chance as well. Winter time, very beautiful DNA, especially if you like Baccarat Rouge. Don't buy that overpriced fragrance nowadays. That's just ridiculous. $400-500 for 200 ml is just ridiculous. Okay, and no matter how much quality you give, it's just the brand name you're paying for. Okay, so yeah, dupes are good. Okay, so Amber Oud Ruby Edition. So there goes the first six or the last six. Let's go top six. And I put them according to my liking somewhat, but they're all great, like bangers. Next one is Swiss Arabian. I do not know for sure if this is a Middle Eastern house because this is made in UAE. Thank God, no boo boos. Okay, so this is I think called Shaghaf Oud Azraq. Okay, this is an expensive one as well. If you buy a full presentation, this is gonna cost you almost $100 per 100 ml. But when you smell this, man, I reviewed this, I think, like earlier this year or somewhere. This one I got, the other one, the Swiss Arabian, I don't know what's the other one. I got them together. I want to get the Tonka as well. This one is more dangerous. This is called Oud Elixir. Okay. This is more dangerous than the one I'm holding right now. So I think performance on these are unbelievable. Um, if you just want to get a fragrance just for winter, one winter, get these kind of fragrances, this house, absolutely worth your money. What's so great about this fragrance? Only recently I reviewed, I saw the review of Nixon Diaz or Diaz, Nixon Diaz, yeah. One of my brothers from Dubai, and basically he is from India, I think. So he is very popular reviewer. His reviews are always entertaining and detailed, in depth, as well as very honest and sometimes frank. Sometimes I'm not that frank, but he's very frank, and he just says, "I love it. I hate it. I don't think it's good. I don't think it's lasts that much." He goes against the whole, trend. So I admire him for that. So this one, he said, is a take on Arabian's Tonka. I think that's what he said. This one or Dubai Night, one of them. But anyway, it smells like one of those Montal fragrances, sweet, very intense. Perhaps this is something like Parfum de Marly, what they're trying to do, sweetness, maybe Ojan, like that, but nice, sweet, spicy, Middle Eastern, masculine, longevity wise, crazy good, and it's a compliment garner. Okay, so Shaghaf, Oud, Azraq, definitely give it a try. It's not Oud based, it's more sweet and spicy. So why did I tell the story if I got the story wrong? Sorry about that. I'm going at one shot. So anyway, next one of my absolute favorite fragrance in current time. I'm wearing this for compliments whenever I go to meet up or people. This is Lattafa Masa, by the way, one of the finest looking potion looking bottle and really nice box, affordable, long lasting take on Ganymede. I did review many Ganymede fragrance clones, but this one stands out. All of them are good. All of them. There's one from Paris Corner, and there's some from the Kenzo Homme Intense. That's just amazing. But this one, they use like a spicy masala green mango note, which makes this fragrance fruity, right? And the opening is so nice. Actually, they give you like a more safer intro to the Ganymede DNA, which is not easy to wear, right? So this one lasts a very long time. One of my brother wears this. His longevity on him is 8 hours, 10 hours plus. Lattafa Masa definitely will make a nice statement in winter. Next one, I bought two of these. One of these was Essence of Uniq or something like that, the red bottle. Another one is called Oud Forever. These are fragrances nobody reviewed, brand new releases. Even Armaf, I don't think, spoke about it yet. So this is, some people say, man, I said this is Tom Ford Oud Wood. Someone said Boadicea, and some people said maybe what the Louis Vuitton one. Man, what's the Louis Vuitton one? The Ombre Nomad. I said I think, but it's in that Versace Oud Noir. Fresh, woody, spicy. This is the fragrance, man. This one projects so well, lasts so much, and then like it is built for colder months. Definitely, if you're looking for one high class Armaf, this is the class of Armaf. Look at the bottle and look at the detailing as well as the juice. Very smooth blend. Okay, this is called Oud Forever. EDP really performs like EDP. Top three. Number three is going to be one of my older fragrances, my favorite. This is La Yuqawam Purom by Rasasi. These are 2015-16. These were hyped like in community. British reviewers, American reviewers, Canadian reviewers, they raved about it. The raspberry in this, the leather in this, how much potent this is, so much better take on Tom Ford's Tuscan leather, which I loved. I did buy almost all the dupes of Tuscan leather at the time, but this one remains one of my favorites. Now super expensive, $95 per 75 ml. Is it worth it? try it and see on your skin. If you think the money is well spent, you can get this, but I think still better deal than Tom Ford's 50 ml, which goes for $170 per tester. So 75 ml, isn't it? Yeah, 75 ml for you can get maybe $85. I think makes more sense than a 50 ml for $170, right? So this is still pretty beast mode, and I think the note of that raspberry is so much yummy than Tuscan leather. Tuscan is more of less brick smell with that dark leather, bit animalic and bit serious. This is more playful. Very good. Notice it gets just like Rasasi Shuhrah, right? Number 2 and number 1. I had a mental debate which I'm gonna make number 2 and number 1. And I didn't want to pick so many Ahmed Al Maghribi. I have many Ahmed Al Maghribi. I have Bin Shaikh. I have the one that was that name, I forgot. Marjan, or what's that fragrance called? You guys know. Hold on. Not Marjan, but I almost got the name. Not Marjan, but I got the name right, which was called March. Okay. I thought of putting this in the list, but I changed my mind. And there was also Ignite Oud, Summer Oud. Many of the other ones I got and I love them. But this is the one I picked today. This, I think, is my most favorite scent profile out of all the Ahmed Al Maghribis I bought in very quick succession. Laathani. Okay. This is a fragrance. I wear this. I wore it like this evening just to buy some food, just for a walk. And I was noticing, I obviously oversprayed this 7-8 sprays, but the notice, man, in the air, I'm literally like those, those street fighter characters with this aura around them, like they are like on beast mode or they're on steroids or something. So they're on superpower, right? I feel like I'm a superhuman being. So good. The fruity notes from this, the jammy, it's like that black currant, there's this fruits, dark fruits, berries. It lingers around for a very long time. The oud, the leather. This is a premium posh fragrance. I think this year, end of the year, if I'm still here, God keeps me here, I'll do a top 10 list. This is a very good content. Sorry. Sorry, I apologize. Suddenly, once in a while, I feel disturbance. Oh, because I smell the strong DNA of it. That's why. Okay, I'll not open this again. But if I make top 20 or top 25 purchase of this year, this is highly likely going to make this list. I'm not sure, but I bought many fragrances this year, but this is a contender. Okay, so yeah, Laathani, check it out. Very, very high fragrance for very good reason. Expensive, but worth the money. Number 1 today, Middle Eastern fragrance. Any guesses what this is going to be? It's a long list already, long video. Some of you can guess because listen, times I said this is my most complimented fragrance. Okay, some people did not want to agree. It's fine. You're missing out on a great fragrance. This is simple. This is familiar, but this is also the best Rasasi release of this year. Okay, Hawas Black. Simple. It's a simple fragrance. Nothing to brag about. Like, hey man, this is the something amazing creation, very unique. I never smell anything like this. You smell this DNA a million times before, but one formulation, they make it right. Hachivat meets Aventus, Absolute meets Aventus, meets all these DNAs, Cedrat Bois, and all these things. And it is beast mode within reasonable price, $60-$65. Hawas Black. Okay. Some of you are saying that the new Hawas is having the signature on the top. They make different bottles, man. Don't worry about it. They are first batch. Anytime you get 2-3 bottles of first batch, no performance issue. If you're having performance issue, keep it after spraying 2-3 times, keep it in your collection for a few months. It will get stronger. But those who are saying they are not getting performance out of it, I'm sorry, maybe you are not smelling it nose blind, or you got like poor chemistry with the fragrance or something. This one, every time I wore it anywhere, people notice, people ask me. I went to shop, many people bought this, asking me what this is. They bought it from the place where I bought it. So Hawas Black is something, it's a fruity DNA. You don't need Hachivat no more. The new Hachivat sucks, performance sucks. I used to love Hachivat back in the days. I used to own Hachivat and Ani. I still have Ani, the old batch, but I'll not repurchase the new batches like Aventus. They're not worth the money for sure. If you spend $65 on this, this is worthy of 5 backup bottles. Okay, there you go. Hawas Black, one of the best releases this year and smells so good. It's a compliment beast. In winter, this is going to like project. Okay, thanks so much for watching. I think I'll just end it here. Really enjoyed doing this video. It looks like few fragrances just pick random, but I have literally opened like 6-7 boxes or places I have to look before I make this. So when I see them together, when I put things together, they look fun, right? Have a nice day. Thanks for watching. Love you all. Keep me in your prayers so I can get better. I'm scared of winter because every time I have this cold issue, right? So you also stay safe. Take care. Bye-bye.